to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. All right, y'all, got another good one for you today. But before we do, absolutely make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, definitely go to our website to take a look at what we got for you. We help you to minimize stress and focus on the good. That's at www.mindsetmattersmore.net and jump in. All right. We got great mindset programs for you to help you to tune in. Okay. Outside of that, the topic I have for you today, let's jump right into it, is the number one thing to keep in mind. And let's talk about that. What actually does that even mean, y'all? What does that even mean? Keep this in mind. Like, what does that mean? Keep that in mind. Okay, let me keep something in mind. How do you keep something in mind? What is that? That's something we want to break down first before we even talk about the number one thing that we want to keep in mind. What in the world is keeping something in your mind? Do you ever think about how is that even possible? Like, how is that even a thing that we're able to say that? Do you understand how incredibly unique of a thing in existence that is? That's like in the quantum field of living, keeping something in mind. So you have a brain, and this brain has the capacity to hold information. But it's not only your brain that holds information. There's much more to it, because there are studies that have shown people that have had transplants, for instance, such as like a heart transplant or a liver transplant. And these people have developed cravings based off of what the other person that had that particular organ used to eat on a regular basis. Now, you can look this up. This is something that I have taken the time to dive into as far as different people's stories to really see, like, okay, what is going on here? Information is not just stored in our brains, y'all. Information is also stored in all parts of our body, our organs, our nervous system, all of that, which is why it's incredibly important to train our mindsets to do what we want it to do what we want our entire complete being to do. Okay. Now, this is hard work. I've mentioned this before on previous videos. This is hard work. This is a lifelong journey. This is not something that is get rich quick, get fit quick, switch your mindset quick. None of this is going to be an immediate process. Now, you can make abrupt and quick and sharp decisions in an instant, but as far as a lasting, habitual, regimented activity, that is going to take some time. Okay? And what you need to understand is that is represented in so many different things in life. Okay. When you want to get a particular type of physique, that process actually takes years. If you can look at any of the fitness influencers, and they will show you it is literally 2 to 3 years that they have been working to maybe go from skinny to strong or from fat to slim, whatever the case may be. It took them years. Okay. That's one thing. You want to talk about learning a language. That's going to take you years. Yes, you may have the foundations down in maybe months, but to actually fully grasp all of the concepts and ideas and get the fluidity of it, it's going to take years. I didn't take it, but my mother decided to send me to a German immersion school. I was immersed in German from elementary school through middle school. So 8 years. So I still have parts of it in my brain. I can still speak German inside of my brain or read it very fluently simply because it was ingrained. I was immersed in it. Okay. So keep in mind, it is going to take some time to change or to reach your goal. When we're talking about making changes or anything like that, understand it is going to take a lot of time and effort, consistent and very persistent. That is the number one thing you want to keep in mind, that it is going to take years. It is going to take years. Do not set yourself up to be disappointed by trying to do things too quickly. Years is the goal to truly refine what we are trying to reach, to truly grasp fully, foundationally, the concept of what we are trying to do. Okay, whether that be building a business, being an entrepreneur, learning a language, working out, chiseling your body, whatever the case, you need to keep in mind that it is going to take years. Years. I get it. You want it fast. I get it. Everything else is speedy. The access of information, the internet. I can Google anything. I have a problem with my truck. I had a problem with my truck tailgate. What did I do? YouTubed it. Bam. Answer right there. Didn't have to figure it out on my own. It was like, wow, okay, information's here. Unscrewed the stuff, got it done. Boom, bingo. Like, yep, that was quick. Some things are going to be like that. But when you are thinking of making a change in your mindset, your behavior, your being, you have to keep in mind it is going to take years. Now, you are not going to want to hear that. But think about in relation to your complete lifespan, how short actually of a time frame that is. It's not really that long when you think 2 to 3 years. Okay, 2 to 3 years out of 90 is not a lot. Okay, to be able to develop and get a skill down, scienced, fully grasped, foundational, solidified, right? 2 to 3 years is not a long time, but going through that process, dedicating yourself for 365 days times 3 to make that 3 years, that's over 1,000 days. That makes it sound like, oh my goodness, this is going to take some time. But in relation to your major overall goal of becoming the best you possible, it is not a lot of time. And if you take that approach, it will help you to be able to push forward even through the failures, even through the stumbles, even through the fallings, even through the mishaps, mistakes, the unfortunate events, all of that. It will help you to continue to go forward simply because it's going to take time. And I really, really, really hope that you can allow yourself to be okay with that, because that's what you really have to do. You have to allow yourself to be okay with that idea. And it's really in your best interest simply because That's all you have. That's all we have here, y'all. It's time. That's all we have here is time. So if we use it effectively, then we feel much, much better. Now, that's it's not gonna always be the case. You're gonna have days, times, weeks where you're like, I am off. But I'm gonna tell you, continue to push through. Continue to move forward. Even when everything seems like it's completely out of place, completely discombobulated, you can't get yourself together. Continue to inch forward because time is actually on your side when you take that approach. The number one thing to keep in mind, whatever endeavor that you are pursuing, it is going to take years. Be okay with that. Accept it. And in the year's time frame, give it everything you got. In all of the 1,000 days that you're gonna go into this pursuit of whatever you're trying to do, give it everything you got. It's gonna look different some days. Some days 10% is everything you got. Some days 120 is what you can give. Take it all. Move the needle forward. You got this. All right. Wanted this to be an encouraging message for you today. Really, really, really hope that you found some encouragement through that. Love you guys very, very, very much. Remember that mindset matters more than anything else. Why? Because what your mind is set on will dictate your future. Focus on the good. Why? Because when you focus on the good, that is what you will attract. All right, y'all. That's all I got for you today. Have a fantastic rest of the week. Anytime.